Hi good people, check this video.
And the Lord was saying this, say that the beast and the beast system is very disloyal and that America is at risk if she is busy trusting her leaders because her leaders don't actually work for her. The feeling that I was coming up with and I was speaking it out is that these people belong to a very high level and secretive club. But the mistake that they make is that they think that by working hard in that club and by carrying out their roles and what they're supposed to do, they actually think that they have been clued into the full plan. So they're told, this is your assignment, this is your assignment. And then they feel that by carrying out those assignments, they're being extremely faithful to the overall plan. And basically, they believe they have all the pieces when they don't. And God said that that is their mistake because they do not know that the beast is a single player only. And I just put up the prophecy for that. It's called Ready Player One, and it goes greatly into depth about this comment that God said that the beast is a single player only. Said Satan is the power that empowers the beast and the beast system. And Satan doesn't leave loose ends because Satan isn't loyal to anyone.
God will continue using her to pass the message to his people.
Are people who are absolutely overpowered by demons running the U.S. government? This is crazy, dude. And this is something that people have been like speculating and throwing conspiracy theories around for the longest time. And after what I'm about to show you right now, I'm not so sure that they're the crazy ones. I'm about to show you right now makes this very, very interesting. I'm going to show you a couple of videos. Okay, here's the first video I want to share with you. This was at the DNC this past week, the Democratic National Convention. And here's Nancy Pelosi. You might remember her as being the former Speaker of the House. And listen to what she says in this clip in regards to the political races for those in the congressional seats. Listen. This is just bizarre. Check it out.
They didn't know what they were talking about. We know we're different from the presidential. We're very discreet, reptilian, cold-blooded. These are the races we have to win. Others are winning the whole country. 10.
What? Bro. I didn't say it. She said it. I didn't say it. She said it. Well, you got all these crazy conspiracy theories, maybe not so much on YouTube because YouTube probably tries to push those things down. You go on X, you go on Rumble, you see all these things about like reptilian people in the places of high office in Washington, D.C. It's like, okay, now come on. Like, this is getting kind of goofy. But when you have the former Speaker of the House making comments like this, listen to what she said again.
They didn't know what they were talking about. We know we're different from the presidential. We're very.
And look at her eyes too. Just want look at her eyes when she's saying this.
Presidential. We're very discreet, reptilian, cold-blooded. These are the races we have to win. Others are winning the whole country. 10. What?
I'm just look, let's just call a spade here. If we are very comfortable with acknowledging, yes, there's absolutely spiritual warfare happening across the land. You have industries like the entertainment industry where people have been very open about satanic practices happening behind closed doors. You see all sorts of crazy indecency and immorality being pushed through the education system. It's just mainstream. Why would it be surprising to us to see something similar happen in high offices? Let alone the pattern that we see all throughout the Bible of you go read 1 Kings, 2 Kings, go read 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, go read it. Go read the book of Judges. It's like all throughout ancient Israel history, God is telling his people, do not give in to these pagan worship practices. Stop. Don't worship the same gods, really the same demonic entities that our people are worshiping. And because we've driven Jesus Christ out of every segment of society, why would this surprise us? I'm just saying, man, like this this stuff, like, I think it's probably more real than a lot of people want to admit, because the spiritual realm is more real than what we see in the physical realm. I'm going to give you, I got some more crazy stuff to show you guys. Let me interesting to me. Did you see that there was this giant monkey demon statue that's being erected in Texas right now? I believe it's a Hindu god. And I'm not trying to say these things to be flamboyant. I'm saying these things because from a biblical perspective, they are absolutely demonic. These idols bring about demonic entities within the nation that they're being erected and worshipped. So, but look at what Obama says here.
That a woman gave me.
The statue of the lowercase g god Hanuman.
If I feel tired or I feel discouraged sometimes, I can kind of reach into my pocket and I say, yeah, that's something, that's something I can overcome because somebody gave me this privilege to work on these issues that are going to affect them. I better get back to work.
And then whoever made this video throws super white Thor-looking Jesus, which
this is
kind of
a Hindu little statuette of the monkey god Hanuman that a woman.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just connecting the dots, and I'm letting you know. Regardless, like the evidence to me is like in plain sight, and from a biblical perspective, as a pastor, I'm just going to tell you that stuff. You cannot worship that stuff. You cannot entertain that stuff. I'm not worshiping. I'm just carrying around a little monkey statue in my pocket. These things are tied to worship of demonic entities. And when we honor these things, we are actually opening up the door for demonic influence in these places of power in our country. All right. I'm going to show you a couple more things here. Let me show you. I'm going to save this one for later. This is nuts. This is where it gets really freaky, guys. So this guy, Chuck Schumer, has been a senator for a really long time. But look at what happens when he's about to take his seat here. Do you see what's happening? There's an empty seat. He looks into this empty seat and he points at the seat and he tells whatever's sitting in that seat to get out of that seat. Someone makes the comment, watch as Chuck Schumer tells a demon to move out of his chair. Bro, this is nuts, man. This is nuts. I think what's crazy is we want to just be like, oh, this is perfectly normal behavior. Like, it's perfectly normal for our elected officials to be doing this sort of stuff. Guys, when will we get it through our heads? Everything that we're experiencing in this life is spiritual first. It's spiritual first. Spirituality isn't just something that you add on to your physical existence. Our physical existence is a manifestation of a reality that's happening in the spiritual realm first. Everywhere, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, this is the things that we're seeing right now happen before our eyes are deeply, deeply spiritual. Watch this one more time. Yo, you can't tell me that's not sus. The dude just pointed to his chair and told whatever was sitting in it to get on out. All right, can I give you guys some hope, though? You might be looking at this and you're like, oh my gosh, Cap. Okay, so great. The people in our highest places of office in our country have given themselves over to demonic influence. What does that mean for us? Well, let me tell you, here's the good news. The power of God is still available for you today. I want to share with you, this is my friend, Marcus Rogers. He pastors a church in Chicago where the DNC happened. And this is where things get really interesting. I want you to know this. God is on the move, man. God is on the move. When the world gets darker, just know that it's a greater opportunity for the light to shine. Look at this revival that's happening in Chicago right now in the midst of all the darkness with the DNC.
I hope you watched this video from beginning to the end. Please remember to like, very important, share, and subscribe. Thank you.